One of the most overlooked features of Business Catalyst is the powerful code editor built directly in the BC admin. I'm Scott Reynolds from Thrize and Presto BC, and in this short video, I'm going to show you how to make the most of BC's Develop tool. If you've ever worked with the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for any amount of time in BC, you know it's not meant to develop a full site using this workflow. It's good for quick changes, but not serious development. Typically, you would use Dreamweaver or another code editor, but the Develop mode in BC is surprisingly good. Of course, it doesn't have many of the features that a full code editor would have, but it does have its advantages. Okay, let's jump in. First, click the Develop tab at the top. On the left, you will have a full list of files, including images, CSS, JavaScript, templates, etc. I'm going to single click the page I want to work on. Now, as soon as I did that, you'll notice on the right-hand side, we have the Business Catalyst toolbox, where you can get things like forms, module tags, data tags, and a whole bunch of other really helpful stuff. And of course, the main area in the center is where you would do most of your work. Let's first talk about the files. You can tell the type of file not only by the extension showing, but the icon to the left-hand side. So you'll notice the icon for an image looks a little bit different than an icon for a page or a template. And of course, a folder looks like a folder. And if it has something in it, you can twirl the triangle. Now at the bottom, there are different icons. These represent different things you can do with each file. So of course, the trash icon means delete. So if I choose a page and then I click delete, it'll ask me if I want to delete it. I'll say yes, and then it is gone. The up arrow is to upload something from your computer to Business Catalyst. The folder icon is to add a new folder to the site. And the page icon with a plus sign is to add a new page. The pencil icon is to rename it. So if I don't want this called example.html, I just simply click this and change this to whatever I want. I can also move files just by clicking and dragging and then dropping. And BC will automatically move the page to that folder. I can also click and drag folders and put them in other folders. Okay, and so in the main area, this is where we do all of our markup and coding. In the upper left-hand corner, if you have a template assigned to this page, BC shows you which one, and you can actually click on it, and it'll open up that template. And in the template, if you have any files that are linked from this template, in the upper right-hand corner, you can click Related Files, and it will show you all of the different style sheets in JavaScript and anything else that's linked from this file to other files. And of course, you can choose one of those and go right to that page. To close a file, you simply click the X up in the tab. And there is a shortcut to do that. In fact, there are a few shortcuts you can use. One of the shortcuts is to close a file. So instead of clicking the X in the top, I'm going to use Control-Shift-X, and that'll close it automatically. If you want to save a draft, instead of clicking this button down here, which won't make the site live, it'll just save it. That's the shortcut Control-S, or if you're on a Mac, Command-S. If you want to preview, you can either click up here, or you could use Control-Shift-E. Or if you want to make the page live, instead of clicking Publish, you can use the shortcut Control-Shift-S. You can also use another shortcut to help format quickly. If you have some markup that's out of line a little bit, if you were to highlight that area and use Shift-Tab, it'll bring everything else back in line. And while we're speaking of formatting, this editor also has a format feature that you can use just by clicking this format icon. It comes in really handy when you add web forms. I'm just going to add a simple Contact Us form to this page. I'm going to click Insert, and you'll see that it's very, very long, which is pretty difficult to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click the format icon. Now that cleans up not only the HTML, but the JavaScript as well. So it does a great job in formatting. Now there are some icons for undo and redo. So if I didn't want this, I could click undo. And if I wanted to redo it, I just click the right arrow. Now you can change the properties of this page just by simply clicking this upper right-hand corner where it says properties. Now you have a lot of options. You can change the name of the page, you can change the template of the page. For SEO, you can change the title and description meta tags. You can hide this from search engines. you can make it a friendly URL. You can also change the visibility by clicking visibility and choosing the start time and the end time of when you want this page to show. You can also add it to a secure zone directly from the page properties just by clicking, instead of public, you choose in secure zone, and then you can choose the secure zone that you want to assign it to. If you want this page to be approved every time it's changed, you can also change that here as well. Now you'll notice, because in the page properties, I said I didn't want it to be searched by search engines, so Business Catalyst added this to the top. And this makes it so the major search engines won't index this page. I hope this video has shown you that you can use the develop mode to quickly handle assets like images, CSS, JavaScript, and develop pages by scratch or make changes, and to add modules and data tags and anything else you can think of from the toolbox. I'm finding myself using this more and more, especially if I'm working with a partner and I don't want to have to download the entire site to Dreamweaver to work on it. I can just quickly log in, click the develop tab, and do anything I need in there. It's not necessarily something I'd recommend to every user, but for anyone who actually handles HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, this is a great feature in Business Catalyst.